My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and welcome to I'm going to do an energy update for the counterparts, because what I'm feeling is a lot of turbulence, confusion, and a bit of defense on both parts. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. Anyway, before we get into the reading today, I just want to send a special shout out to my fellow tarot reader and friend, Blue Angel 777. I bought this beautiful turquoise bracelet for her earlier, I think in November, and it came today, because you know where I am in the Caribbean, right? So it gets sent to my shippers and then sent to me, and it is just so absolutely gorgeous. So I want to thank her for that, and so I'm gonna just be wearing these three for a little while. And she also surprised me by sending these lovely beaded earrings, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. Look at them here, right? And I love hand beaded earrings. I really do. It's one of my passions from all cultures. I think her lineage is Native American, so I was just absolutely gorgeous. Most of the hand beaded earrings that I have are African lineage, so I was just so happy to actually get this, and it also reconnects me to parts of my lineage as well. So she sent me that, and then she also sent me this sacred circle here. Isn't it beautiful? So I just want to thank her so much, and I'm just gonna put them there. When you receive love from your subbies, it's beautiful, and I appreciate all of you. But when you get it from other readers, it's a special kind of vibration. So I just want to tell her thank you so much, and that I do appreciate her gifts. And I've already worn the earrings. I just left them in the bag just for presentation. I put them on immediately because they were just so beautiful. So thank you so much. I'll put a link down below for her channel, and you can check out her jewelry and her readings. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get into this, and let's have a look at what's going on. We're going to look at each other's energy. Okay. DM's energy for DF, and DF's energy for DM. I'm sensing a power struggle. That's what I feel. They're showing me this image of like a tug of war, a push and pull energy. That's what they're showing me right now. Now, what are you guys vibing in? You're both almost basically at your highest vibration. We have this God energy. This realizing your divinity. This realizing that you hold the power within your hand to change your life, to manifest whatever you want. And I'm really drawn to the fact that the woman here. Well, I see woman because, well, I don't know, and that's why I was drawing your attention to that fact. She's very much like the hermaphrodite in the world wave coming to union with self. So it looks like both counterparts have really reached a kind of pinnacle moment on their journey, even though it may not feel like it, because both of them realize truth. They're feeling this passion here with this red, but I am sensing a lot of triggering that's happening here with that yellow. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's start with DF's energy for DM. Let's get two cards. Oh, we have the Thief. What is this about, guys? What is this Thief energy? And it's so weird how this card is presented, because there's a soul that's given support here. It's like, the good age on your shoulder. You really shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. You're thinking about doing something, and they're telling you not to do it. They're telling you to follow your intuition, but you're looking away from your intuition right now. That's what I'm seeing here. You're looking away from your intuition. The intuition is right there, but you're looking away. You're doing something underhand, DF. I don't know what it is. I'm going to read that card and see what that Thief is all about. Let's get another card. It should be interesting. What is this? Well, we have the Goddess comes through. So you're standing in your power, but there's something low vibrational that's happening here. Okay, so you're coming out, you're standing in your power. You have the staff in your hand. Of course you do, right? You're there fertile, because it looks like it's corn, isn't it? Or wheat. Okay, so you're fertile, you're in that Empress energy, but there's something that's trying to steal your joy here. All right, I'll pull out the other cards for DM, and then we're gonna go and check and see what that Thief card means, so I can interpret that card properly. But there's something that you're doing that's low vibrational, DF. Let's see the DM. Don't curse me yet, okay? Remember, I'm just channeling the message, okay? Okay, so now DM, he's also in a kind of shadow energy, and that's what I was telling you about the push and pull energy and the power struggle. We have here in competitor mode. There's something he feels intimidated by, DF, for something. There's something about who you are or what you do that's very intimidating to him, and it raises his like competitive instincts. He feels like he must be better than you, must be greater than you, and he thinks in order to be that masculine, he has to kind of trample over something that you are. He doesn't care if he hurts your feelings in order to get on top. This is again a shadow energy coming through. This is born of fear and jealousy. This competitive spirit. I'm going to go in the book for these so that we really get the messages. Right, so both have shadow aspects so far. And he also has shadow aspects. We have the hider. Okay, so again, wearing a mask, not showing their true self, too timid. They've already undergone the transformation. Look, the transformation is already complete, but they're hiding behind this mask of authority, this mask of control, this mask of being traditional and stoic. They're hiding behind that. They don't want to show the world, and they don't want to show DF the transformation that has occurred. Bad boy. All right, I'm going to go into these cards because I want to get all the messages for you. So let's start with the thief. I'm pretty sure about the competitor card, and I'm going to go into the hider also. All right, so let's see the thief here. All right, let's see what's happening with this thief, this low vibrational thief. So this is for you, DF. What are you doing here? What are you doing that's low vibrational? The thief is ever empty. He's like a hungry ghost who cannot be satiated. So there's something within you that still feels empty. No matter how much a thief takes, the emptiness remains. Taking famishes the craving. The thief is only momentarily satisfied by taking, and looks out again upon whom he can prey. If you receive this card, you're caught up in a vicious cycle of need, greed, taking. The more you take, the emptier you feel. What you take actually loses value for you, and then you try to take more from others. And when you try to take from others, they do what they can to avoid you. So this is about filling your own cup. You are still slightly codependent on DM. You're looking at him for some sort of validation. And I'm saying him, but it's masculine energy. Okay, let's understand that. You're looking at him for some sort of validation to fill you in some particular way. And the thing is, it's never enough. His attention is never enough. And the thing is, no one can fill your cup. You have to fill your own cup. And that's what they're saying here. Now, what was the other message I was getting? Whilst I was reading this, and it didn't say anything about it, it came to me as well. This is also a message about poverty consciousness, and that is about and that's a message that's been coming through, right? And it would come through because it resonates strongly, my vibration, right? So you fill yourself up with so much material things, and the more you fill yourself up with material things, is the more empty that you feel. So this is also calling for you, or to also find balance with the material world. Okay. So there's codependency here, and there's also a message here about poverty consciousness. So you have to bring yourself into alignment. And it looks like it's going to be quite easy for you to bring yourself into alignment because you're already here in this goddess energy. Okay? So it looks like this is like the last power struggle for you within yourself. Okay? It is filling your own cup completely, not looking to DM for any kind of validation or anything like that. It's just about being in the Empress energy. Okay? You're grounded, you're self-assured, you don't need them for shit. Okay? Right. Now, we have the hider here. I'm pretty sure about the competitor. Okay? He sees you as his rival. Okay? So basically, he's in a war right now against himself. All right. So this is something that he has to bring into balance. He has to see you as his companion and not anybody to fight against you. There's no need to fight. There's no need to compete. Everybody has unique gifts. Everybody's on their own journey, but he doesn't realize that. He feels he must be better. He must be better than you. And he does not care who he tramples over to get there. Let's see the hider now. Let's see the hider. The hider's afraid to keep the sacred promises of his soul. So this is someone who knows exactly what they're supposed to be in this life, exactly what they're supposed to be doing, exactly who they're with. But you know what? They don't have the courage. They don't have the courage. This person, this promise seems too great, and the hider believes they cannot possibly do it. This is an old ego trick to make us forget that we do not fulfill our purpose alone. Instead, it is accomplished through us by grace. Naturally, it will seem too big when we are trying to do it ourselves, and as a result, it becomes impossible. Now, when Spirit first told me that I had to start this channel, I was like, what? Are you mad? I come from a culture where they think that this is devil worship. Why are you crazy? But then I realized that Spirit is always there to strengthen you and give you the courage that is needed for whatever you have to do. Whatever you have to do. Whatever you have to accomplish. However you have to be in the public eye. You never walk it alone. You will always have the backing of Spirit that's going to give you that strength, that courage, that will put the right words in your mouth at the right time, so that you will fulfill your soul's path. So they're saying, if you receive this card, you have a hider shadow that is stopping you from stepping up and making real contact with life. This contact is the only way that you can succeed in relationships, career, and in life. The hider is generally hidden by compensations. So it looks like you're doing all the right things, even though you're not having much luck in moving forward. So this person, they're all there. They might even be doing good in the material world, maybe. And it makes them think, I'm on the right path. But no, they're not really, because they're not fulfilling what they came here to do. Okay, so this person's busy being a competitor against you instead of seeing you as, they're the next half of themselves. They're in a war with themselves right now. They know what to do. This transformation has already been complete. Look, the butterflies here, but they are afraid. All right. So Spirit, tell us what DF needs to transcend this energy of the thief. She already has that goddess power, right? So this is a minor shift for her to make. Tell us what DF needs to do to transcend this energy. Because you have to come into union with yourself for this to energetically transfer. So let's see. First of all, you have to form a healthy relationship with the material world. We have the King of Pentacles, okay? He's very good at the material things, but he knows that this is not the be-all and end-all. This is just a means to an end, okay? It's not the end, okay? So Spirit is saying you have to form a healthy relationship with the material world, and you have to be your authentic self. You have to be your authentic self. All right. So let's see. Spirit, what does DF need to do to transcend this thief energy? King of Swords. King of Swords. So you need to recognize the truth, speak the truth, embody the truth. And there's also a message here about boundaries too. That's about loving yourself completely, all aspects of you. We have the Fool, following your intuition, getting ready for a new journey. So we have Aquarius, Aries, and then we have the Devil. So what Spirit is saying here is just as we were saying before. Right now, you have to be very objective and honest with yourself, okay? You have to see the parts of you that are still wounded, okay? The parts of you that still looking for reassurance. The part of you that's still in this devil energy, okay? Your healing is not complete yet. There's still some sort of codependency, some sort of devil energy that's still attached to you, okay? You still You're still not loving yourself completely. Spirit is saying, take that chance. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't be afraid to disengage from this person or to detach from their energy. Don't be afraid to do that at all. Leave this unhealthy attachment behind. So if you have to speak your truth to do that, if you have to cut them out to do that, then do this. But don't accept breadcrumbs. Speak your truth and trust that everything is going to be okay. DM, what do you have to do to transcend these energies here? Because these are their energies towards each other. DM, Knight of Pentacles, beautiful. So that's about stability, okay? It's about stability and it's about careful planning, because that's one thing that Knight of Pentacles is really good at. That Virgo energy comes up with a plan, okay? Comes up with a plan. And it also moves slow, okay? So, you know, it's like DM wants everything to happen right now, okay? He wants to be successful right now. He wants to be in a relationship right now. But Spirit is saying right now, you need a proper plan, and you have to get yourself back into balance so that you're solid. So when you come forward, it's not any kind of wishy-washy offer, okay? We have the Two of Cups. Okay, so there's also a message here about recognizing the divinity of this soul connection. I'm going to pull a card on that. And then we have the Page of Cups. This is about expressing your emotions. But there's also a message here about healing the wounded inner child. Because it's his wounded inner child that makes him act like this. This competitor spirit, it comes from not feeling good enough. It comes from a lack of self-worth. So you're trying to prove yourself to people. When you have an inner child that is whole and that's healed, you don't have to prove shit to anybody. You don't really care what other people think. Okay? You go towards your passions, you follow your passions, and you follow your soul's path. And it looks like DM knows that part of his soul's path is this psychic connection, but he's not doing anything about it. He's not speaking up, and Spirit is saying that he needs to speak up. Okay, so what can both counterparts expect on their twin flame or soulmate journey within the month? Let's say within a month. A month from you watching this reading. What can you expect? I'll take 3 cards for each person. What can you expect? And this is my twin spirits deck. You can expect a lot of triggering and shadow work. Yay! Betty didn't want. You see, and we talked about the wounded inner child. And you see, this is for both of you guys. Okay, both of you guys. Your need for attention and affection and reassurance and validation from them comes from a wounded inner child. Their need to be competitive and also hiding their real self from the world and to be accepted also comes from a wounded inner child. So expect a lot of shadow work within the month time. But you know what? It is to move you guys into surrender, and for somebody, one of you, the guys, to realize just how devoted you guys are to this whole thing. So let's have a look. All right, so DF, what can you expect? You can expect your abandonment issues to be triggered. Okay, so this is the inner child wound that constantly needs DM's attention. Okay, and maybe if he doesn't reply to your messages fast enough, you're ready to cut his ass off. Right? But Spirit is saying you have to recognize it's an abandonment wound. Okay, and it is going to be triggered within the month. It is. But you have to recognize it as such. Okay? So when they're ghosting you and all of that, recognize that this is Spirit trying to trigger that abandonment wound that apparently isn't completely healed. Okay? All right, so we have Cancerian energy coming through. So for some of you guys, you might be a Cancer, you might be dealing with a Cancer. But you know, Cancer is about hearth and home and relationships and family. And it's about the psychic connection. So I'm going to pull a card and see what this is all about. Cancer is also very emotional. Cancer is also very emotional. So expect that it might be a very watery time for you. Okay, a lot of deep triggers being brought up. The main one being an abandonment issue. But at the end of it all, you're going to step into unconditional love for yourself. Okay? And once you love yourself unconditionally, so too you will love your DM unconditionally. It is the next half of your soul. Okay? So DM, what can you expect? What can you expect? DM can expect union. And because we were seeing all this conflict here within himself, I'm getting this is a union with self. So DF moves into unconditional love for self, which is union with self. And DM moves into unconditional love for self, which is also union with self. So it looks like if you both are in union with self, then it means there's also union within the partnership. Okay? That's what I'm seeing. What else can DM expect? We can expect a karmic cycle. All right, so we're going to pull a card on this and we're going to see exactly what about a karmic cycle is DM going to be dealing with. So for some of them, there's something about a karmic partner that's coming up. All right. And the other one, we have telepathic communication. So it looks like the communication between you guys ramps up. And that can also dovetail back to this Cancerian energy here. Okay, that's the moon, right? The moon and the chariot. Okay, so there could be forward movement as well. So abandonment issue is pretty clear. Unconditional love for self is pretty clear. Let's see what Cancerian energy means. Let me make sure I have enough time. Oh, beautiful. Let's see what the Cancerian energy means. Yes. Okay. So Cancerian energy is very psychic. So, and another card about stepping into your power. Okay. So whatever is going to happen here within a month's time, you'll be stepping into unconditional love for self and stepping into your full power, manifesting new beginnings. Healing your heart. Healing your heart. Doing your shadow work. The moon comes out with the Cancerian energy. Okay? Because it looks like you've been in some sort of karmic cycle where you've allowed your abandonment issues to keep you in kind of toxic situations, but now you're going to be loving yourself unconditionally. Okay? And this is what's going to allow for the healing of your wounded child, but also to allow for reunion within yourself, and of course reunion with your counterpart. For the DM, let's see this union card. All right, so we have some conflict. So whereas there was conflict before, conflict within himself, this conflict is resolved and he steps into this divine masculine energy and recognizes this twin flame soulmate connection. He will also be standing in his power. But let's see what happens with the karmic cycle. Let's see what happens with the karmic cycle. Gets bored. Gets bored. Starts setting healthy boundaries. Now in my readings, okay, all reverse chord cards are karmic energy and all upright chord cards are divine energies. So it looks like there is also a cycle surrounding DF that ends as well. Let me see what that cycle is. Oh, now remember the Four of Cups. Traditionally, it's the divine offering the cup, okay? And they don't take it, right? So this cycle, okay, of them not taking the cup ends, okay? They finally learn to stand up for themselves. Okay, got it. Got it. Yeah, and this is what manifests a new love between you guys. Okay, so it looks like a cycle of them not listening to the divine, not taking the cup of love. It looks like that ends. They finally step into their power and they finally manifest this new beginning. Now there's going to be a ramp up in the telepathic communication between you guys. Yes, and this is what's going to push them into transformation. Okay, so big energy is coming for both of you. Okay, the conflict within self, it looks like it resolves, and this allows for both to come into union with self and allows for that union pathway to get aligned. What is the final advice for you guys? I was going to use this Gaia Oracle, but let me use my Old Faithful, which is the Wisdom of the Oracle. I do like this card. What is the advice for you guys? What's the advice for DF? And what is the advice for DM? Oh, and this card was left back, so I'll put that in the middle. Okay. All right. So the advice for DF. Now we have to the sea and it was in reverse. So this is about not listening to your intuition. This is also about feeling stuck. Okay. And look, we have a card number 7 here. So this is like the Chariot in reverse. So I'm going to read this from the book. So it looks like there's some kind of flow of the universe that you are going against at this point in time. And Spirit is saying, release and let go. Okay. And for DM, we are flexible. Okay. And this is about, there's cycles of DM wanting to control the situation, wants to have things his way. Spirit saying right now, this is about being flexible and really going with the flow. It's not a situation where you can say it's my way or the highway. This is about compromise. And in the middle, we have by the book in reverse. All right, so let us get into these cards. For DF, we have to the sea in reverse. And what does it say? It says, when external conditions appear to block every attempt to move forward, there's no hidden message for you to decipher. It's so weird that I got that today. Right, like the ocean, the tides of experience ebb and flow. You are in a natural cycle, so know that things will flow again in due course. There's no cause for alarm. Stop resisting and fighting against the situation and learn to flow, even when the tide is going out. Relax and trust in the abundance that will soon be within your reach again. As ancient mariners say, when fishermen cannot go to sea, they stay home and repair the nets. I know we got a message. I think it was a trailer for December's Vimeo, right? And was saying right now it's just about doing the practical day-to-day things, okay, doing the mundane task. It's like that card, clean it up, okay. It's just about going through the motions, folding clothes, washing socks, that kind of thing. There's nothing you can do right now in this particular set of energetic circumstances. You just have to wait until Spirit is ready to push the energy forward again. So right now you're going to be focusing on healing yourself, going through all the emotions with your abandonment issues and so on. And when the time is right, you're going to know when you need to flow, okay? Now, DM with flexible, we have 19. It says, in every relationship, it's important to be open to new experiences and learning new things. Letting go of rigidity is what's required right now. You don't always have to be right all the time, do you? It's okay to come to a happy compromise. You can still get your needs met. It's a happy day when you meet halfway. The appearance of this card in a reading could also signal that you have met someone new who may not be your type, but who will turn out to be so special that you can easily release. We got that confirmation, right? that you can easily release your old ideas about what sort of partner is right for you. Be flexible. You'll be happy when you make that choice. Okay? So, damn, this is about letting go of your rigid ideas of how things are meant to be and how things are meant to look and who is perfect for you and who's a right fit and who's not. There's a time to just go with the flow and follow your intuition. And then for both of you guys, we have Buy the Book in Reverse, and that's usually a card about revolt. Okay, so let's have a look. It's a card number 11. So it looks like there's some kind of karmic cycle that Spirit is asking both of you guys to break out of right now. Let's see. 11. Let's see, revolt. It says, now is the time for real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group. Take a stand and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you for the need for complete overhaul. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There's no turning back now. Trust that light will dawn. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. So Spirit is saying, listen, right now, you guys have to go with the flow. You can't go with what you were taught by your parents, those around you, your friends, your family. You have to chart your own course, and Spirit is going to show you the way once you open your third eye, right, to see and listen. Okay, there's a new dawn that's happening for you. You're grounded on a new template to this earth plane, and there's no best practice for it. Okay, you're going to create something new. So right now you have to rely on your own intuition, your own self. No advice from any reader or anything like that. Anytime you listen to a reader, it's because it's just your feeling that's a confirmation of the message you have already received. Okay, all right guys, so that was your reading. I hope that helped you. I'll put the link for Blue Angel 777 below, and take care. Love you guys. Grateful for your like, share, subscribes. Thank you so much. Bye.